Hi everyone, my name is Rebecca Flores of Generation Schools Network, and I am here with the wonderful Chrissy here at Fairfield Inn Marriott, located in Fort Morgan, and she has a lot of special things that she's going to talk about with us today. So I'll pass it over to Chrissy. Hi. Today we're going to start in laundry. We have 5 different departments in the hotel that I manage. Laundry is right here. It's one of the most vital ones, of course. You can't have dirty laundry in the hotel. And it's basically kind of how it said, you know, we have to have the washer, they're preset with loaded with like that. And then they put a lot of laundry in there too. How many loads do you think you can do on? And during a slow season, but she probably does about 10 loads a page. During the busy season, there's more cooks with 15 or 20. Sometimes even working an 8-hour day, they'll still have some laundry left over, or we'll continue to do it. Most of the time we can't because laundry's like right below rooms, but over here, like it comes out a little bit, so it's not above below rooms, so we can do it anytime. It's really nice. We'll come right up this way. And all of our guests receive a complimentary breakfast. And so we have a dining room right over here. They can come to from 6 until about 10, and we can decide this weekend or not. It is just like a buffet kind of thing. And we do prepare everything for you. With my breakfast to get back to the thing, so you guys can ask any questions.
Thanks to me.
I mean, so we're with here in Fort Morgan, and we're just taking a tour of all the great things that Fairfield Inn and Marriott has to offer. Because you work in the kitchen, what types of things can you tell us is like a challenge and something that you work while doing in the back that nobody sees? Do you speak Spanish? Oh, yeah. No. Las escuelas y las niñas están mirando los diferentes posiciones en el pero más queríamos hablar después de parte de qué podemos hacer diferente o qué podemos enseñar a los estudiantes que están trabajando aquí en diferentes lugares y por qué estás funcionando. ¿Antes de la comida o
no? Todo se trae ya listo, lo único que se debe es calentar porque desayuno y como sabes, si no tendría uno que venir como a las 2 de la mañana por lo menos.
Sí, se llama
Mari Carmen.
So Maricarmen was saying that the food comes prepped so that she can take all the food out to everybody because it's very fast paced. And then okay, and then once everything is complete, then es solamente usted tiene como
cuando estoy con otras personas y en verano tenemos otra compañera porque es mucho más ocupada.
So in different seasons, like summertime, it's very, very busy. So she'll have teammates, a whole team in here. Now that it's a little bit not as busy, she does have a partner, but it's mainly her coming to clean and kind of after breakfast and dinner. Breakfast, I'm sorry. Just breakfast, that's a correction. So I have
no, aparte de estar pendiente de todo lo que hace falta para hacer la lista y para que me vayan haciendo un pedido de las cosas que se van necesitando. Los waffles, los condimentos de la avena, y las cosas de los huevos y
and then something that's very important that Maricarmen is saying that is inventory, always making sure that there's enough inventory going in, what needs to be filled. So the things that need to be filled, no, okay. And then this is where Miss Chrissy comes to clearly share to make sure everything is finished, full, and propped up. So I have more things together.
Bueno, nada, simplemente tratar muy bien al cliente, al huésped, con mucha cortesía y todo lo que ellos quieran, algo aparte, con mucho gusto se les ofrece. Porque hay gente que sí no pueden comer con gluten, que sí no pueden comer carne, y necesitan entonces cosas veganas. Todo eso lo tenemos aquí ya cubierto.
Mari Carmen also said that to be in this position, you have to have very good customer service, quality care for the clients, because a lot of them come in, some of them have dairy, non-dairy, gluten, allergies, to make sure that they're taken care of and that their needs are met, to make sure that they have a really pleasant stay here at the Fairfield Marriott Inn. No, Fairfield Inn and Marriott. Sorry, I'm gonna get that name right.
No, para nada, gracias a ustedes.
She said,
Mi
thank you so
esposo
much.
y yo somos periodistas de Venezuela.
She's our central. That's why it's a good thing she's forgot this. Thank you. But yeah, more this work than I should get to meet her. Thank you for But we do have a meeting room here that they can make on this for she might be there, I think. Maybe not. And they can have the seating set up however you want. They can have a coffee bar back here. They can utilize it for really anything. And we charge, you know, by half day for whole day. Depends on how much you need it, how you need it for. Beautiful. And what is a challenge that you've overcome being in your position here at Fairfield Inn?
Look, getting enough employees was my biggest problem for the longest time. Now I have enough employees. It's just none of them really kind of did the hotels business before COVID, and so they don't understand how busy it and fast paced it really is. You know, because if you started in COVID, it really wasn't that much. So getting them to pick up the pace and realize that I'm not putting extra work on them. It's just still the same amount of work. It's just busier because we want people. Is kind of one thing. Is a challenge.
Okay.
And then just having the different departments communicate well together is a really big challenge too.
What age range do you start hiring here?
We can hire from anywhere from 18 on up. I try to hire people that are kind of more a little bit more settled, like older in their mid-20s or 30s or early 30s. But I'll hire anybody that is qualified and just like great.
So starting at 18, so maybe somebody like a high school student that's going to graduate and maybe learning dishes, learning the back.
Oh yeah, like the housekeeping or laundry.
Laundry.
Oh yeah, and those are. I mean, you can learn those, and those are super easy to learn and makes get a paycheck for it.
Yeah,
I started out in housekeeping.
Yeah, housekeeping, and then growing your way up. So how long have you been in the hotel industry?
For about almost 10 years.
10 years. Okay.
I started out in Texas, but that's where I'm from, as a housekeeper, and then I went to the housekeeping manager for just weekends, and then just kind of started at the front desk and went from there. So
it's amazing. So with COVID, what's something like it wasn't as busy? So how did you guys really stay afloat in this?
We offered breakfast, a hot breakfast that most of the hotels didn't. We had a menu, and they would just at night they would circle what they wanted and what time they wanted their breakfast, and we would have it prepared for them, and they would just come down and get it. So it was prepared in the kitchen. So we were one of the only ones that still gave a hot breakfast of the things that they wanted.
Wow.
So that was one way we did it. So, and then customer service. If you can't go wrong with great customer service, and I have a team that delivers great customer service. So
yeah, that's what Miss Kramer
oh yes, and and a lot of my staff. Like they'd only speak Spanish, and then the other was I understand Spanish, but I don't speak it at all. But we're starting to have classes like on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So the ones that only speak Spanish will start to learn English, and then the ones that only speak English will start to learn some Spanish. So hopefully communication will get better for.
And how did you do that hiring process for Spanish speakers? Did you interview in Spanish for that?
Yeah, and my housekeeping manager speaks only Spanish, and then so her lead is the one that communicates for.
Okay, that's awesome.
So we'll come to the and we'll go up there and see if we can find a housekeeper too. that we want students from, you know, that are graduating or students that are existing exposed to the working like that. And then we get experienced students, you know, we have the different departments, housekeeping, which is sitting here, the front desk, which is, I call the mom of the hotel. You have to know what's going on everywhere in here and have to have the answer to everything. Yeah, that's very true.
So what made you get into this field? Just
I needed a second job because I raised my girls by myself, and so I needed a second job because I managed a bar in the evening, and so during the day I got housekeeping, and just kind of went from there because I'm a people person, so I love to people and meet people, and it's served my purpose. I get to help them and talk to them.
and you just kind of fell in love with it.
Oh yeah, it's really fast paced, and there's never a dull moment. You never know what's going to happen. For sure, you never know what problem somebody's going to come with. So that makes better.
Yeah.
Okay, that's for sure.
What's your favorite experience thus far in your 10 years that you can think of?
Well, there was last summer, there was a cat that was around here, and I guess somebody got hit by something or something, and a guest that was staying here, he just took it to the vet, and he said he'll pay for whatever's wrong with it and everything. And I told him how people just don't be like, so I put a discount on his room for him, and he said that I saw him the next morning. He's like, I'm looking for you, and sometimes I cringe, you know. It's early in the morning, and he said that he was very touched. He said he'd gone to some very beautiful places here in Colorado with his family the last couple of weeks. He said, but he hadn't seen anything as beautiful or as been as touched as he was when he stayed here, and I did that for him because he had done that for the cat. So people want to do nice things for each other. We just have to start doing it. That's kind of what.
That's a beautiful story. Thank you for sharing that.
Oh, there's lots of great things. Like I'm trying to guess that they've been broken down on the side of the road, and there wasn't the taxi service for a while, so we'd take turns going in to bring them to the hotel so they could get their car fixed.
You guys have a taxi service?
No, we don't.
Okay. What? I did not know.
No, there wasn't a taxi service. They would call and they would say, you know, where we can get a ride. And I see. So I was like, no, but I can get you.
I would say that's outstanding customer service.
It is, yes. And how long has this,
And we are in our 6-year business. So we're going to 2019.
Sonora, we're just gonna walk around.
Okay. Oh, and she knows speak Spanish, so you could speak there.
Estamos en la escuela. Además estamos hablando con personas que trabajan aquí en las diferentes posiciones. Si los niños quieren aplicar o si quieres hablar con ellos de parte de algo que cuando están trabajando aquí o para hablar con de parte de diferentes cosas en el hotel. Ok. No, perdón. Vamos a mirar y luego si podemos hablar con usted después. Ok, sí. Okay. Nomás piensa de diferentes cosas que podemos hablar con los niños de la high school. De la escuela, y también de los estudiantes. Ok. This is nice.
This is our standard room. There's a shipping beds in it, and in but this is the cheapest room that we have. This is the most rooms that we have in the hotel. So, and we have 20 something of, no, 30 something of our double queens, and then it goes down from there for extra tight. So, so it depends what they all have in the room. They all come with a microwave, and refrigerator. There's not a freezer in these refrigerators. There's I get to know when people call, and they want to know how to make it work. I'm like, oh, it's I just took over a shift, so I was like, some of them were like 2 hours. Yeah. And I realized that you really don't. It doesn't freeze. You just it just keeps it cold. Yeah. Thank you, Aurora.
Oh,
Pues nomás o para que si pueden aquí cómo se sienten para estar aquí. Pues aquí pues se sienten, si ellos quieren venir a la nota, se siente bien, entonces alberca y sí.
¿Y cómo te llamas otra vez?
Aurora.
Aurora. Okay. So Miss Aurora, ¿cuántos años has trabajado aquí?
1 año y medio.
So she's been here for 1.5 years, and she said that it's a great customer service, a great place to work. Management is great too. So management is important. Like Miss Chrissy, she's been really great with the customers and her team as well to make it flourish and make it beautiful. ¿Algo más?
O sea, como para venir también a quedarse aquí o eso,
¿Cuál?
o para que vengan a aplicar a trabajar, o pues prefieren aplicar aquí las niñas porque está fácil, pues o sea, como para que vayan a tener, a hacer su trabajo ellas, tener sus cambios de en su cuarto, van aprendiendo ellas, aprendiendo para limpieza para ellas mismas.
So learning how to clean, learning how to make the bed correctly, learning the sanitation part of a hotel is super important. And those are qualities that you can take all through your life. Those are life skills that you can build, what Mrs. Aurora is saying. And that's all she has to say about that. Gracias.
Thank you. And you can ask them all sorts of questions.
I think it's wonderful to be able to share with the students that it's like seeing behind the scenes of what it takes, management, what you deal with, what you have to work with, and still keep a smile on your face. Yes, you have that day.
I told my boss one day, I say, like a politician most days. Because in the morning, I'm trying to make my employees happy, and in the afternoon, it's all about the guests, and have to make sure that I don't make one happy, but make the whole other 2 or 3 departments unhappy.
The balance, if there is.
Is it just yours? Because I'm gonna use
Just upstairs.
Okay, we're just gonna see if you wanna walk us around, like, just storage or whatever, and they'll ask you some questions. And this is Nicole, this is my,
Nice to meet you.
Well, we have some students online. I don't know if they're even, so they're just doing it.
Okay. Right.
And that way we'll be spreading. We did it last night, when you're out.
Oh, man.
I took her so that you're fired.
It's like, what? How long have you been this hotel?
4 months. It seems longer, honestly.
It does, it
really does.
Like, we have a whole bunch of pillows in here right now, because Marriott, we have to replace our foam pillows every
So
so
these are
many
all
years, and our other pillows every so many years. So we're getting them so we can get them off. Yeah. And where they keep all their stuff.
Yeah, we have our things, our lotions, our cup holders for the coffees. These are extra batteries for the doors. We don't use those. Those are more for maintenance. We have our makeup removers here.
They take like some of this, like they stock with each floor has a closet at the south end, and they stock, with the so that the housekeepers will have it every morning. They just keep up the stocking, pulling it from here to pull it out there.
This would be mostly just for us, for housekeeper managers and leads. And
So
then,
do you guys provide in the front desk, like makeup remover type stuff?
and if they need, yes, if they need like razors and toothbrushes, yeah, they can find all that stuff here. Baby lotion, if they have babies for like shampoo, stuff like that. We have our ice trays, we just keep our teas here. These are also more makeup removers. We have our conditioner, body wash, shampoo. Our coffees would be on this shelf. We have more coffee, and our sugar package.
To increase the area.
Our old pillows here. And we have our coffee cups. The boxes here.
Nicole, in your field, what is something that you can encourage or just kind of shine on with students that are barely maybe curious or just being exposed to this field or this department?
I would say proficiency and just keeping up on your stuff. Like as long as you have everything what you need, or just keep your eyes open every time if you need low on things, or let's see. I would say efficiency. And just mainly keeping track of what you have, what you don't have.
Yeah.
I'd say pay attention to details too.
Detail. Yes, that's what it is. A
That's
lot
the problem we're having.
yeah, just little things. Little things makes a big difference.
Mhm. What are some things, being the lead of a team, that you have to be aware of, and different things for your position?
Detail. That's number one, like she said. Yes, a lot of detail.
Just making sure that everything is in order in every room. Majority. Just making sure that everything is in order, detail, nothing is left out, cleanliness, number one as well. Yeah, I would say I have a really good team. They clean very well.
It looks
All the girls are,
beautiful.
thank you.
Yeah. And as running a team, what is something that you do as the head of the team, like that you can bring or that you can express to the students?
I would say, what's a good word? Feedback. Our girls really take well with feedback, even if it's negative or positive. Just having that thing where they know that they did a good job that day, or, you know, hey, maybe step it up, you know, maybe tomorrow do something different. But I would say just commenting on them, giving them good advice or what they did good for that day or the week it may be.
Nice.
And they lead by example in the culture because they help out the girls a lot. They strip
Yes,
the rooms
we
for
do.
them and they help make beds after that. So they do the deep cleans most of the time. So they do a lot to help the girls out. So it makes for a better team when you know they know that their teachers working just as hard.
Yeah. Like you're on the same plate, not above
Yes.
or below. Or
Exactly. Yeah, I agree.
Always try to make sure that it doesn't need a title. Like every person that's here or that's working here is needed for whatever job that they're just performing. So like there's no job position that's more important than the next. It's like every single one's just as important. There's like the laundry chute right here, where they drop the laundry, and then that ice machine on each floor is back here for the guests. This is where they drop it in. Just open it, but when they do drop them in, they always yell laundry, just so that if anybody's down there below, they know that someone is coming down and they know to keep out of it. So, because it happens. Do you know which floor Alma's on? Four. Okay, so we'll run up to the fourth. We can talk about it for just a second. Is that good or are you out of time? Okay. I'll talk all day.
And that ding dong is kids coming.
Oh.
What got you into the hospitality industry?
I've had previous experience. So when I found this, I believe it was on Indeed. I said, let me jump on it. Especially because it was for bilingual position. I said, yes, that is perfect for me. So
Nice.
I'm really happy here. I really am.
And you really have to trust her because you know that if you don't know Spanish, then they have to trust that she's translating it correctly and everything. Right? So it was an interview that we know that we really have to trust you. So we're putting that into it.
And that's great because that's something that I run into with students that are bilingual is that they're like, I can't read the resume. It's like,
Right.
you know, and nobody's there to help them. But they're really good at the position, and so they think that
It's
block.
difficult, yes.
Yeah, so having you is like power. So
It lets us have a lot more. You can get a lot more thinking about who you hired. We have a great team because of it. I think because before I started here, like they didn't translate anything for the ones that didn't speak Spanish or anything, and so they were just expected to understand what everybody said, but like you can't understand it if you don't know it.
right.
So. It's your little card you can have.
Hey, Dan, do you know?
I'm gonna show you the closets down here where they just at the start.
She just came and told me my room looked good today, and then I'm not sure where she went.
Okay.
You want a message on the
Yes.
This is where we keep them. Their cards, they push it back in here, and each floor gets 2 or 3 cards. And then they start their cards here too. We usually have a lot more than, but we because we have both in laundry this last week, so we don't have as much
It's all downstairs.
Yes.
It's all being washed, sanitized. Amazing. It's beautiful. It's wonderful.
I have a great people. I really do. They work well together. There's not to say that they really have almost 30 people. There's not going to be disagreements and stuff like that. But for the most part, they do really well. They work well together. Where communication is something that we can always build on anyway, you know. But it's getting better. So,
What are some important characteristics that you look for in employees that you hire?
I want them to feel like they have purpose no matter what they do. So like, because when you have purpose when you do your job, it shows. I call it the sparkle. it makes whatever they do sparkle. And so I want to make sure that they are going to love what they do, no matter if they actually like love the actual job. I want them to like coming to work and enjoy coming to work. So we try to have a very lighthearted and easygoing environment every day. So no gossip. So I'd rather fire somebody for gossip than not knowing how to do their job. I can train them to do that.
Okay.
But gossip is very negative, so and it's like a wildfire. It's awful. It hurts somebody no matter what people want to do.
Just have a second.
Okay, we'll go there.
Good children. Yeah. 23 of those are checkouts. 30 some.
Was there a lot that needs service? Was there a lot that wants to service? There's a lot of
And as people that are being, as students that are being exposed, like the middle school students, I'm interested in what's something that you can talk about that's new to them. Because you're basically, you take people from all across the world that come. You have hospitality, customer service, on point, cleanliness, sanitation, and they're being exposed to something like this that they've not really thought about. If they just go to a hotel, they go to sleep, doing truly. You know, so what's something that you would love to or could say?
It's a different perspective, like being on the other side. I mean, I guess it's different for me and I'm older. But I mean, just it's a way of learning and something that we get used to being friendly. It's just a different way. I mean, you have to like it. That's the one thing. The more you like your job, you'll love your job and you put more effort into it. That's what I feel.
It takes a lot of behind the scenes work at a
It really
hotel.
does. It really does. This is definitely more behind the scenes. I've never said yes. We're literally coming out of the book hardly ever, just because by the time we get in, they're already out. But it's, you know, when you get those nice guests that say, wow, you know, it's really a very clean grill, clean hotel, you guys do a great job. It's a good feeling. It's nice to get that good feedback.
I think it's a lot of teamwork, right?
It really is. It's not just
In the last 2 years, we got the Gold Award for Marriott customer service and everything for our scores and our surveys for the cleanliness, the maintenance, staff service and everything. So it took the whole team to make the.
Hello. Hi.
Okay. But if you have something, no, know what they were, and they just want to ask them a question.
Tenemos los estudiantes que están mirando en la video.
Oh,
Solo van a preguntar unas preguntas.
Ok, está bien, pues sí, está bien. Está bien, pues.
Buscamos en la historia, en inglés también, y pues está bien, sí.
What do you like about your?
¿Qué te gusta de tu trabajo?
A mí me gusta todo,
She likes everything.
todo me gusta. Tengo 5 años aquí,
Just 5 years here.
todo me gusta. A veces sí salgo con dolor de cabeza,
It's a bit of a headache. But
pero me
overall,
gusta
it's
mucho.
nice.
Disfruto mucho mi trabajo y yo pongo todo lo que sea.
Takes pride in her work and she makes sure she gives effort every day.
Me gusta dar 100%.
She likes to give 100%.
She does every day too. She does.
I think why is mucho.
I have a few of them that were here before it opened. They got everything ready for it to open. Selma, and my front desk manager that's down there right now works some stuff right there after this, and she's been here since before they opened too. And then he's one of Nicole's been here. This is before.
Sí,
And then Mr. Londa was here right after we opened.
Y también la Yolanda entró cuando abrieron aquí.
ajá, sí, también. Es que cuando uno le gusta el trabajo, pues
So when one person really likes their job, they stay.
I think that most of my staff has been here for almost a year. There's a few housekeepers that have been here like 6 months or so, but for most of the most part, most have been here.
Okay.
Even like my main incident, all departments have been here for about almost a year.
So como uno que ya empezó.
sí,
And most of them have been longer than that, but the shortest amount of time is.
right, yeah.
What's the most challenging part of your job?
Más difícil de tu trabajo. Just at the house.
La verdad, sí,
You know, you're honest.
sí se batalla con ella, pero cuando uno tiene paciencia,
Sometimes it's a bit difficult with the housekeeper, but as long as you have patience, she gets through it. We all have our days. I get it.
Yes.
How important is communication between departments?
¿Qué es la importancia de comunicación en el departamento?
es mucho, muy importante.
Yes, it's very important, especially. And so we try and make sure that all of our housekeeper girls have the app. And that way, that's a better way to communicate. So like if we have a room that just checked out, you know, you put it down on the app, and all right, everybody can see. So if you have it on your board, you know, it'll be ready for you to take.
That we do it as for different departments, so like when they know the housekeepers notice that there's just things fixed in the room, then they'll put it on maintenance ones for him to come and fix it. So it helps with the communication. We try to communicate in like 2 different ways and everywhere, so that it's not missed, you know, like late checkouts, you know, our one of our benefits for our guests is a level up. And the rewards program is late checkouts, which can be anywhere to like 6 o'clock in the afternoon on the day they do checkout. So like it's a lot of communication. We don't want to knock on their doors because they get very upset.
Oh, yes.
So most of them are sleeping because they have to work that night. The communication is not anything more important. I can tell.
Very important.
How about integrity as part of the position?
Integrity. Integrity. No.
Honesty,
¿Cómo me siento yo independiente del trabajo? Me siento bien. Tengo mucha independencia. Sí, pues, Chrissy no me dice nada.
Everything's well here. Well, Chrissy hasn't had an issue with anything so far.
Es que cuando uno es independiente, pienso que las cosas están bien, porque uno está haciendo su trabajo independientemente. Pienso que sí.
Because everyone has their independency and it's easier for them to, I guess, work at their own level because everyone has their own routine, I guess, and they're used to that. So all the girls, they work pretty high efficiency. Yeah.
Y luego tengo mucho apoyo de clientes, de los patrones también tengo mucho apoyo.
She says she has a lot of faith in her upper management, like for example, Chrissy. They all work well as a team.
Thanks.
¿Y cómo cuando nadie está en las camas, cuando nadie está en todo estás solo? ¿Cómo piensas o cómo sientas? Cuando todo está limpio, cuando todo está terminado, ¿cómo te sientes cuando todo está ya acabado?
Yo me siento bien. Me siento bien cuando está todo limpiecito y luego también me siento bien cuando hay cumple buenos.
Y cuando está, porque a veces personas que trabajan mucho, trabajan en la casa también.
Sí,
Pero si tú puedes caminar ya de trabajar y ya ir a la casa y estar con su familia y todo eso.
Sí.
¿O piensas que todo el tiempo estás pensando?
No, yo cuando me voy aquí, estoy tranquila porque yo sé que el trabajo se hizo bien.
Sí.
Sí.
So I was asking how she thought a lot of times people work and they take their work home with them. So I was trying to see if she felt the same, like
if she can go home knowing that everything is done, she can literally walk away from her work knowing that she did a great job and not have to take her work home with her, which we'll do sometimes.
Más que nada tenemos seguridad de lo que estamos haciendo.
And like we try to make sure that if there is a problem that we address it really quickly, so it doesn't turn into something big. You know, we'll get it right real fast, but we shouldn't have too much expense about after we get off it. So hopefully.
Sí. Por algo yo pienso que no se está haciendo. Para el trabajo de madre.
There's a reason why they chose us for that.
Miss Alice stepped up and helped whenever I lost the last time the housekeeping manager before her, and she just stepped up and took over and was lead and helped me check rooms because it was up to me to do it. I was in the middle of the summer. And so I was like, why not? Like nobody else wanted to, nobody else did, she just did, and she deserves that too. So
Cuando ayudaste mucho, cuando ella estaba chequeando los cuerpos, que te ayudaste mucho.
Y es que yo soy, sí, yo soy muy preocupona, yo en realidad yo sí me preocupo mucho por tener trabajo.
She does worry a lot sometimes, just to make sure that everything gets done, but it gets done.
Sí.
she's not worried quite as much here too.
That is a team, it's not just,
Right?
that would be hard.
That is a lot. I always wondered how they.
We have 82 rooms.
By yourself checking, that would be a lot.
I think I've checked in like 60 something here. In one night there we had a couple volleyball teams and stuff. It's just a matter of them not getting upset with you, but like I tell a friend, that's like if you just take a deep breath and you tell them, okay, well you guys all came in at the same time, so you could go sit over here, get a snack, whatever, you know, to keep your spot. But like, we're all going to work together and make this okay. And so most of the time we all sit there talking to each other. So,
Yeah. And they have a clean space to do it.
Right, yes.
and it's all about how you present it to them. If you present it, you know, to them stressed out in a mood, that's how they're going to take it. And that's how they're going to be back. So you just got to smile and let them know, I know you're here. Thank you for coming, but you'll get your turn. You know, you get your time with us, but just wait for us. We went into one double queen.
No, solo uno.
¿Y cómo les pareció también?
Yes.
Sí, sí,
It's not a garden salad. They weren't even like see the departments working and stuff like that. Not kind of like especially hotel itself, one of the people they would work here. Didn't know.
sí. Ahí está, pues, sí.
Over there.
No, I don't know if we went to that.
Okay, I like that.
Are you ready for
¿Estás escondiendo?
Rocío. Ella es una de las mejores también. Sí. Es una de las que limpia también.
Ella hace dos. She does two. She cleans rooms and she works in the for the residents.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. She works with them. Yes, yes. Yes, she does. Oh, yeah. These are one of ours that's been with us for a while.
She's been in the hospitality industry for quite a while.
Oh,
Yes.
Hi.
She does front of them too. She does front of them.
Oh, soy housekeeping, trabajo en el Hotel Park Marriott y me encanta mi trabajo. Es agradable trabajar aquí.
Others are wonderful here.
Y no va a llorar.
It's cute. So Miss Rocio said that it's beautiful to work here and that she loves working here at the Fairfield Marriott. I'm gonna get that.
Everybody gets around that, promise.
Nomás, y me gusta trabajar aquí porque me gusta interactuar con las personas, conocer personas, servir a las personas y ser agradable, recibir una sonrisa de los clientes y regresarle la sonrisa a los clientes.
She says she really likes working here and she really likes dealing with the guests and serving the guests, like for example, in the breakfast area, she just likes working with people.
Oye, eso sí es muy importante, porque en una ocasión yo les llegué el elevador a un matrimonio Les dije que pasaran. Y luego cuando se fueron, le dieron $40, que porque era muy agradable y todo eso.
She was saying that one time she let guests go in the elevator before her, they just got married. And she said they really appreciated that and they gave her $40.
I guess too, like they do. And we have comment cards in this year, so they let us know if there was something wrong with the room, or they liked it, especially, well, or anything, but Miss Rosie has been in the hospitality business for a long time, so you probably pick her brain on a lot of things.
So Ms. Rocio works with Ms. Carmen in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And she works on the floor here.
Yeah, meet the breakfast, the housekeeping.
We did it,
Yeah,
trust her on
I'll
the
be-
front desk, we'd let her do
Everything.
that.
Todo.
Trabaja muy bien.
So something that I'm noticing as a common theme in all of the positions here at the hotel is that you have to love to serve the guest. You want them to have an extraordinary customer service experience, good communication, integrity with the work that you do, and really take leadership for the different roles that you do around
I
the
mean, really,
hotel.
any share that's leadership. It's like our PM shift is the only one here for the rest of the day, and I'm not honest by themselves, so they have to, be able to make decisions and be best on their feet. So really, housekeeping, you have to make sure you're doing your rooms on time. So they all have a little bit of leadership. I think.
Right, taking ownership of your position and the things that you need to have done in the hotel.
Sería todo.
Yes.
Todo. Muchas gracias y bienvenidas. Van en su hotel. Adelante.
Thank you.
¿Cuándo vas a ir en el periodo? Yeah, so,
Okay, we're gonna head over to the front desk now.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Bye.
I think that's really important too when you're working, having great management, because management can hurt people, even if they're great workers. The management is really hard and it's gonna be really hard.
We just try to look at it for reach. If somebody does something wrong, like if they watch them or you help them do something wrong, you fail too. Because like we all fail if we're the first one to keep going. So I work on if somebody's doing something wrong, let's train them. I mean, it's everybody's responsibility to make sure that they know what's right.
We have this.
People like, I want to do it in like one box at a time. This is Angie, she's the front desk manager, and she's been here since before the hotel opened as well.
Angie, how have you seen the growth of the hotel?
Oh, it's changed a lot.
What's something in the positive, like what from COVID, because you've been here for all of it.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's been a roller coaster, but we always go back up. So, yeah.
And in your experiences, what's something that you can, so we work with K through 12th grade.
Okay.
And so we're exposing students to this different, not positions. Different careers in this field. So what's something that you could expose the students to that, little nuggets that you can give them?
Yeah, like my daughter's 18 and she actually worked in laundry last summer just for the same thing, kind of get to the feel of it and see if she liked it. And I would recommend it for anybody to give it a try at least. You don't have to stay in a certain department either. You can try different things.
Yeah, okay.
What is something that's super challenging about being in the front desk?
The people. It's probably the biggest challenge.
And if you go one day and make it students or the
Yeah,
you never
you
know.
need to learn how to deal with the different people and their, I don't want to say attitudes because they don't have attitudes, but the different personalities and stuff, then that's a bonus if you can learn how to do that.
And then what's your favorite part of your position?
My coworkers, I would say, because it becomes more of a family the longer you're here. So that's really nice. Yeah.
I don't know what to speak.
I think you guys did a phenomenal job. It was our pleasure to be here with you guys and learning and being exposed as well, because we learn with the students. I'm like, oh my God, it's so great behind the scenes.
But I think thank you for allowing us to
peek behind the curtain and be able to see all the beautiful things. You guys are doing an amazing job, and we are, again, Generation Schools Network, just being able to expose students to different career paths, different management styles, different, leadership and integrity and communication, and how those play out in parts that you're working on. So I really appreciate it.
Thank you. It was fun to bring you guys around and show you.
And do we have any questions from students that have come through? Can you give students any information about Marriott's university programs? For example, the hotel internship program?
It just depends because Marriott's are franchised out, and so it depends on the owner of the hotel. So that they would just have to go to the Marriott and they can look up careers, and it will have all that information in there for them.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. Anything else? Amanda, you have any questions on your end?
No, I think that was it. Chrissy, thank you so much. We appreciate your time and showing us, or the students, the wonderful things that you guys are doing there at Fairfield. So thank you so much.
For having us. I really did enjoy it. So thank you guys.
Hey, thank you. Bye.